Good evening. My name is Jules Jones with the Toronto Observer. So, you say you want a revolution. Well, we all want to change the world, but do any of us really know what a revolution would be like? And are we prepared for the ways that civil unrest and political upheaval would change our lives? I recently connected with a local activist group to help shed light on some of these questions. The group, which is composed of almost entirely young white women, calls themselves Global Warming Revolution. On their website, they say they are preparing for, manifesting, and inciting the Rev, their term for the revolution, by any means necessary to end global warming. Two members of their group agreed to sit down with me for an interview to discuss the Rev, their vision for the future, and what they think the revolution will really feel like.
Well, a revolution. Have you ever been to Burning Man? Burn everything down and start again. We need a total revolution of everything. Just gonna feel like absolute freedom. Like on my phone, like recording what's happening for the rest of the world. My name's Allie.
My name's Lauren.
And I'm an activist.
I am an activist with a local organization. We call ourselves
Global Warming Revolution.
What are the goals of Global Warming Revolution?
Well, a revolution. We are having a horrible crisis that you've probably heard about with global warming.
Like, God bless Greta Thunberg. I mean, like, she brought it to all of our attention, like, just last year.
And the only way that we're going to fix it is to just burn everything down and start again. We need a total revolution of everything.
I watched this amazing documentary. It was called The 11th Hour, and it came out like years ago. Leonardo DiCaprio made it, and like that's really what kind of like geared me up and like made me super jazzed about getting involved.
Right.
Yeah. People don't kind of know that about Leo, but he's amazing. Him and Mark Ruffalo are like renegades in this battle.
So what does the revolution look like to you?
Yeah, I mean, what did it look like to the French? It was like barricades and guillotines. I saw Les Mis in the West End with my mom when I was like 14. And there's that one really hot guy, and I can't remember his name. But like, he sang, "Do you hear the people sing?" Singing the songs of angry men, and that just really resonated with me. And I feel like that's kind of what revolution looks like, a lot of singing.
Yeah, so do you think there's going to be a lot of singing in the revolution?
I mean, there's a lot of singing now. I have one of those. Have you ever been to a store called Tribal Mountain Trade?
I think that a lot of people are going to have to go. I see things on social media all the time where people are just posting about their babies and they're shopping at Costco. And like, I think those people are going to be first on the list when the Rev comes. I know that I will be happy to not have to see them in my newsfeed anymore. I don't want to hear about it. And it's just really harmful behavior that's going to have to stop.
Okay, so they're the first to go. What do you think is going to be happening outside, like when the revolution is happening, post-revolution?
I mean, have you ever been to Burning Man?
No.
Okay. Well, I have, like a lot. And this last time I was in Burning Man, we were like in the desert, surrounded by the stars, and like Diplo. We were just vibing on this level that I've never felt before. And I sort of feel like the revolution's gonna feel like that. It's just gonna feel like absolute freedom. And like maybe some trance music.
Huh. Okay, so do you think Diplo's gonna play the revolution?
Okay, well, like, obviously not. Because like, I imagine that like post-revolution, everything's gonna be powered off of like solar panels. And you need a lot of solar panels for a Diplo show. I don't know, maybe Diplo unplugged.
What do you think your life, like a day in your life, would look like after the revolution happened?
Right.
Well, I go camping every summer and I feel really prepared because I think it'll probably look a bit like that. Like, we're all gonna have to learn to cook all our food over a fire. We're gonna have to be resourceful. We're gonna have to, maybe even canoe in with water.
Maybe less matcha. I probably couldn't have matcha the same way.
I'd spend a lot of the time just being in nature and being with my friends.
I don't know. More grass, I guess. I have a parakeet and like I love him and I just like love to see more of them around.
I wouldn't have to go to work.
Like tilling the fields.
We might have to always be preparing.
Or like weaving clothing or whatever.
But really, I think it would just be very peaceful.
So have you seen footage of like civil unrest and things like that happening in other countries? Like I'm sure you seem to be on social media a lot, so you probably, maybe that comes across your feed. Are those things, do you watch those sorts of things?
Oh yeah, all the time. I follow all of the hashtags when there's something exciting happening around the world, and I watch all the videos.
Right, and what are you seeing in those videos, like civil unrest or what one might call revolution? What sort of action, emotion, what are you seeing?
You know, it's people coming together in the streets. They all seem really excited.
People out in the streets, you see like lots of dancing, lots of singing, people just being like really happy that things are finally changing for them, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's barricades, sometimes there's fires, there's just a lot of excitement.
Okay, so people seem excited. They seem, are things being on fire that's exciting to you? Like, is that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's way more exciting than things not being on fire.
It's invigorating. Like, I want that for here. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
to be in the streets, like on my phone, like recording what's happening for the rest of the world. Like, yeah, that's amazing. That's so exciting.
And you don't usually see anything that just seems all pretty positive, which is great that you're,
Like, yeah, I
optimism.
mean, like obviously there's violence, but I mean, like, pain's a temporary state of being, so.